I don't know where you learned your math, but everybody knows 5 goes into 25 14 times. I'll show you. Here. 5 don't go into 2, so just leave it B. 5 goes into 5 one time. That's 5. Right? Bring down to 0. Bring down to 2. 5 into 20 goes 4 times. 5 is 14.
Okay. Let me explain it to you this way. So let's say you're going on a trip in your RV. You got 25 miles to go and you have 5 gallons of gas.
Wait. I got an RV. It's like a house. It has wheels. And you can drive it anywhere. And there's like an outhouse in the back. And it follows you. And no matter where you go, you're always home. And if you get really lucky and you can find a parking spot at the Walmart, the store in your front yard.
He's smart and he has an RV. Let me put this to you straight and simple. For you math folks that don't get nothing. 5 times 5 is 25.
No. That ain't right. It's going to get 14 miles a gallon, and I'll show you how this works. Excuse me, miss. 14. Oopsie daisy. Times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 1 is 5. Your answer is 20.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay. We're going to do this with some simple addition. Instead of doing any division or multiplication, we're going to do division. Addition. Right? Okay, so we're going to write 14 5 times, and it's not going to be 25. So we've got 14, right? Okay. So we've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
What I decided to do was tell a little story about each one of my kids. We're going to start with Jay.
Wait, should I turn it off now? So we don't have
Well, I was thinking back when Jay was about 3. He used to look through my magazines all the time. And he found a picture one time of, it was an advertisement, but it showed construction workers without wearing a shirt, no shirts. He thought that was terrible. He said, "Mom, that's nasty." But another thing that he also did when he found that he would find letters, and he wanted me to tell him what the letters were. He found a W, and so he said, "What's this letter?" And I said, "That's a W." He says, "Oh, a double me."
That is so cute.
I couldn't think of anything for Jim when he was really little, but I remember
when I'm bigger.
he used to have a paper route when we first moved to Portland. He rode a bicycle, and he came home one day and he was all banged up, and his bicycle was not in very good shape. Comes out that there was a stick that had gotten into the wheel, but he put it in there. What were you putting it in there for? I can't remember.
I didn't put it in there.
No. But anyway.
I rubbed up against the bush.
Oh.
And the issue was that I was trying to get it out without stopping.
Oh.
My foot got stuck in this post, and I went over the top of the handlebar. And my family already knows that story.
I didn't know about it. I remember.
Okay, when Patty was probably about 4, I know Steve was just a baby. And Penny's advertised that they were going to take pictures of children out in the store, so there was customers all around all the time. They set up a table and a camera, and so I thought I'd take Steve and Patty in for pictures. And I told her what we were doing. I had her all dressed up with her little, remember her little jumper with the ballet girl on the front, you know, really cute. She says, I'm not going to smile. I don't care, I'm not going to smile. And I said, okay, you don't have to smile. Well, they got Steve up there first, laid him on his stomach and had his chin in the hands, you know, grinning from ear to ear. Everybody says, oh, how cute he is. Oh, that's just lovely. So Patty gets up there and she smiles as big as she could. She wanted everybody to see her smile too. Steve, I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, I can tell you about that. It wasn't very funny at the time, but it turned out good. When we first came to Portland, we were living in this house, and I was sending him up to the dental school. And I would take him up there a few times, and then we learned that the bus would go from our house straight to the dental school. So I took him on the bus a couple of times, and then one time I took him down to the bus stop, put him on the bus, and I said, now don't get off till you get to the school. I told the bus driver where he was going.
How old was he at the time?
Must have been about 8 or 9, 10. Anyway, he got downtown, and the bus driver informed everybody that that was as far as he was going. And he told passengers where to go to catch the next bus, you know, catch the bus to go on up. He didn't understand it, so he walked.
No, as soon as I got off the bus, the next bus, the transfer, passed me on the street, and I didn't catch it.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
So anyway, he walked
I
home.
was 10, okay? Or 9.
He walked home from downtown Portland all the way up to northeast where we were living,
On Portland.
Portland Boulevard.
And didn't get lost?
How'd you know how to get home?
I followed the bus route. I knew the way.
It was very impressive, but I was frightened. You know, I was scared to death because I called the school and they said, well, he didn't get here.
They called you.
That's what it was. Yeah. Where is he? And I said, well, set him up there. Why isn't he there? And it turned out that I even called the police. And I asked them, I said, what would you do if you saw a little kid walking downtown without anybody around? And they said, oh, we would talk to him and find out what they were doing. He never said it. But I remember he was on the bridge when the ships came in.
It was like the first week of November, June.
Rose
the last
Festival.
week of May, because it was the
Rose Festival.
The Rose Festival ship came in.
And he was standing on the bridge when the ship came in, so that was kind of impressive. But anyway, he finally walked in, sweaty and shirt hanging out, tired, but I was glad to see you.
How long did it take you?
It took like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, he was forever.
How was the time?
And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. Leanne. I got several about Leanne. When she was probably about 13, 14 months, I kept her in a playpen in the front room because it scared her to be out with the other kids that were playing. She would always.
Still does.
But in that playpen, I had a pad, but I had taken a blanket and put ties on each corner so I could tie it down to the playpen itself. And she'd sit there and untie those knots. And and I'd give her an orange, and she'd peel the orange. But what was so funny, though, when one day at Relief Society, I was helping with the Relief Society luncheon. So when we got ready to go home, I had a whole bunch of stuff to put back in the car. So I got her with her coat on and stuff, and I stood her outside the door. And then I went ahead and put stuff in the car, and I said, now come on to the car. And all of a sudden, she started crying, and I turned around, and there she was standing on the sidewalk just bawling her eyes out, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. So I walked over there. Well, you know how they break the sidewalks in blocks? Well, this little block was about that much higher than the one below. She would not. She was scared to death to take that step down there.
Still to this day.
So I helped her. She took my hand, but she was shaking. She was so really scared.
One of those big steps in life.
See, Debbie. I remember one time I came home. I had got home a little late, and the kids were already home from school. And she was sitting there on the front room on the floor watching TV with a little black girl. And she was really dark, and they were just the best of friends. And I thought then at times, you know, kids don't notice those kind of things. It's the adults that inbreed it into them. And I was really, really proud of her that she had this little friend that she didn't notice anything about her except that she was a good friend. But I had something else I was going to tell about you, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'll think of it. I think most of you know about her mouth injury, and I think what was impressive with her was that she never complained about it. Even at the time when she had her part of her tongue sewed to her lip, so she couldn't really eat. We had corn on the cob, and you know how Debbie loves corn on the cob. She put that cob in the side of her mouth and work it out so she could.
Our house was never as quiet though, when she had it sewed to her.
Anyway, I was always really pleased that she could handle something like that so well at that young of age, because she was really tiny when that happened.